today. But first, I'm going to ask Damo what has happened with our harvest. So I'm just telling them about the rice fields this year and that the harvest has been pretty bad. In our case, how many rai of rice field did we have planted?
So we only do 6 rai. Yeah, because that my mom can do, and then she say maybe we get about 2 rai. That is good. Yeah, the rest for is flooding and like damage, like
From
a
the rain.
Yeah, from the rain.
Come up. He said it's about to rain, guys, so they got to collect it. Yamiru, he said they don't know if they got enough to sell yet, and because of the floods, as we explained. Nam Tuam. So here you can see the water that's in the rice, and people might say, well, I thought it was supposed to be like that. And it is during when the rice is seeded and is growing. It's good for the rice to, as it's getting established, to have the water. But then when it's time to harvest and dry it, it's not good. And usually the weather is not raining at that point in time. And so in this case, what's happened is the rice, which is just ready, I mean, within a week, guys, of harvesting, was destroyed by this typhoon and then this flooding here.
I have received this question a lot. Do you get a lot of money being a farmer in Thailand? I would say yes and no. It depends on what kind of crops you are growing in your farm. And a farmer in Thailand, we don't really have the support from the government that much. So it's sad, but it's true.
In the economics of rice here in Thailand, and I can tell you that in Isan in particular, the economics of rice is rather important. It's okay for families like ours, which have enough money to not worry about this, like it's take it or leave it, but many families in the village don't have that benefit. In fact, many of them hope to sell half of their rice and keep the other half for eating themselves. And so now you've wiped out half of the harvest, in some cases all, depending on where they were planted. This left them in a predicament where they either have no money or they have no rice to eat. So that's just the cold hard truth of the matter.
2.9% earlier next year, but again dropped to 1.6% after that. Compared to other Southeast Asia peers, Thailand still falls behind, as Vietnam's GDP will grow 6%, while Malaysia will garner over 4% growth. ADP also pointed out that Thailand's economic momentum has been halted because of headwinds such as trade tensions, falling tourist number, and high household debt. In addition to weak economic outlook here, the current talks with the US on trade tariff rates here have raised concerns in Thailand's farming sectors too. One of Thailand's fragile facade in pork sector, as Thailand might face the risk of 112 billion baht in the market if the country finally opened the market to American products, according to the Kasikorn Research Center. The key question is why can't the pork sector withstand the pressure from the American products? I think this is a scenario of a small player taking on a giant. When we compare the United States and Thailand in pork production, the US produces averagely 12.6 million tons of pork annually, whereas Thailand only produces 1.6 million tons. The US is one of the major pork exporters in the world, with 3.2 million tons, whereas Thailand's pork production is sufficient only for domestic consumption.